This is their frame of thinking. This is their mindset, right? And the post is, find it. Okay. Hello, coming in from Periscope. Hello. The post is, or it reads, so, let's see if I can blow this up. So I gotta pay you to help fix my credit. And it goes on to say, shit. The reason my credit messed up cause I could not pay them either. Who fixed credit for free? 109 likes. Isn't that something? 43 comments. Let's look over some of the comments. And I responded, definitely not me. Someone that said, LOL, bro. I understand where you're coming from. Information can be given out for free. What you are paying for is this person's time to write those letters, mail them for you. Oh, this was an actual. Oh, this is Curtis. He's one of my followers. Thank you, Curtis. It sounds like one of my followers. To research to get them out, since some issues folks have on their reports, like bankruptcy, repo, tax lien, etc., takes time and it takes expertise to get those removed. As I may add, think about it like this: you mess up your credit for free, so free ain't always free. LOL. He tagged me, Latanya Deloge, no doubt. I have to get credit where credit is due. He gave me a very nice statement. Roger come in, LOL, but $300 or $400 is a ripoff. Wow. Listen, whoever charged him $300 or $400 to do his credit, he should really sign up with that person. That's like super cheap. Bruh, when all these business grants checks hit, you had people charging $1,000 to help them. Let me tell you, that credit information is never free because it didn't work. And if the credit information is free, why are the people crying about they want people to help them for free? Curtis responded, now you have to watch out for some of these folks who don't have results. On average, it's going to take 6 months to a year to get your credit right, depending on your situation. Me, speaking from a loan officer perspective, creditors usually loom at your last 2 years of payment history to determine a denial or approval. He's correct on that, which is what FICO 10 has just updated, right? I want my people to do better. Real talk. Latanya Deloge is a beast at what she does. I don't know how much she charged, but I have been watching her and she definitely knows what she's talking about. Now, Roderick wants it for free. Then talk about $300 or $400 is a lot. Usually people that say this have thousands of dollars of bad debt reporting on their credit. 10,000, 800, 1,000, 5,000. If you're paying $300 or $400 to get thousands of dollars of bad debt reported on your credit report in forms of collections and charge-offs, then look at the rate of return, right? I don't even want clients at $300 or $400 mindset. I don't want them. It's a waste of my time. I'm just going to be honest with you. A $300 or $400 client for me would be a person that has like 2 to 3 collections that they need deleted, right? I mean, I can do it. That's no problem, but I really don't like taking that low end of a credit issue, right? Why should I when I can get thousands for people or double up in hundreds, right? For people with more legit credit issues. That's just where my time is right now. Not that I won't take them, but I usually give people the video I just uploaded this time last year, because Facebook shares your memories with you. 8 student loans, right? Deleted from her credit report and 4 collections. That was not a $300 or $400 job, right? So when you have big issues, right, then you should be able to pay the big bucks, right? And so just point blank. See, getting to bad credit is easy. You just got to make a decision, right? Or make an action not to pay your bills. But getting rid of that is hell. And I'm going to say this in my Michael Jackson voice, people. I'm going to say this with love, with love. I'm also in the public school systems. I do understand that over 90% of Americans are on a 3rd grade reading level. And these are the people that's telling me or make an argument with me that they can fix their own credit. They're the ones that when they post or they speak in incomplete sentences, they misspell, their grammar is off. And you're telling me that you can write a legalized letter, right, to dispute a legal matter, right? You're telling me. And then a lot of people say, well, I can buy a template, right? I can buy a template. Let me tell you something. Millions of people use those templates. If they did used to work, they're not working anymore. After a while, the system that the credit agencies use, all right, because they get millions of letters and disputes a day, they don't have human eyes looking at these credit dispute letters. Everything is done by algorithm. And most people try to give you tricks and gimmicks and game and say, well, you know, you can try to do things so that it's not scanned through a computer, and you can staple it, you can send a paper clip. Let me tell you, at the end of the day, these people that work for credit agencies, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, make minimum wage, right? Because they are looking at the letter you read, which may not even dispute it under the category that it needs to be disputed on, is not going to make your results any better. They're going to look at, scan and say, okay, this person is disputing this debt. Let's just say they're saying this account is not mine. They're going to key it in a computer and say they're disputing that this account is not mine in the system. They're going to run the letters through the system, and the system still is going to automatically generate a report, and then it's going to go through the letter process and saying that your account is verified. 99.9%, no, I'm just going to say 100% of people that dispute accounts under that code, not mine, right, automatically get a verified or updated account with the credit agencies, right? So, you know, those are just things people don't know, what they don't know. But I encourage people, right? You played a hands-on part in getting that 350 credit score. So go ahead and try to do it yourself. Then you will respect the pricing of a professional, because when you see how hard and difficult it is, then you understand the $1,000 fees. So I highly encourage people, okay, Superman, to go ahead, try to fix your own credit, please. I highly encourage that, because once you see the difficulties of that task, right, and that is not easy, then you will gladly pay and invest in professional services. Right. Minimum mindset, mediocre mindset. You know, people that saying, shit, shit, I didn't pay the other people. What made you think I won't pay you? Cuz that's why you got 350 credit score. You mean tell me you can compose a letter legally? Woosah. So, right, you like that, Aaron? If you got big issues, pay big bucks. You make that credit score all the way what it is, then pay the money, pay the cost to be the boss. And Harrison says you pay a professional because they have experience. Exactly. Right. Because they have the experience and they have the expertise. Yep. You have to be willing to get a seat at the credit worthiness table. Um, Unique said, I understand it's complicated credit issues. You do deserve expertise because I tried on my own and only was able to get one thing removed. Okay, well, and congratulations on getting that one thing removed, right? That's a higher success rate than most people get, right? Most people get nothing. Most people get nothing. And so I'm not upset about that. That's just what a lot of people think. And that's why their credit is in the state that it's in. And so, I started asking, I said, why is it that so many people, when it just comes to the credit industry, right? Why is it that they're the ones that mainly want something for free? Why is that mindset so predominant in the credit industry? And then I thought, right? It came to me that the reason why that mindset is so predominant in the credit industry is because they don't pay their bills as agreed. They don't want to pay an expert. They don't want to pay a professional. They don't want to pay bills. They don't want to pay. Right? And that's why they're in the situation that they're in. Right? And so they just have I don't want to pay anybody mentality. And that's why they will always suffer with bad credit, pay high interest rates, and make someone rich other than themselves. Now, let's discuss the difference between credit repair, right, and credit restoration. Jesus said, oh, Martin, wasn't that good, Martin? I think I have two YouTube husbands, Jesus and Martin. I'm just joking with you all. You had a work husband and work wives. I have two YouTube husbands because I love their knowledge and their input on my channel. Martin says wealthy people buy time, poor people give their time. Right. They do. They don't value time at all. They don't value time. They don't value expertise. They don't value professionals. They don't value knowledge. Jesus says, you feel sorry for that guy. Aaron says, I make you laugh. Right. They don't want to pay anybody. They don't want to pay anyone. Right. Carissa says, pay or stay out the way. Exactly. And so now the difference between credit repair and credit restoration, let's break this down. I have some people ask me, what do you do? I do both, right? Let me give you this example. My daughter and I was traveling for my job, right? I coach basketball and I teach in the public schools as well. And I actually had the pleasure of coaching her and winning a basketball championship with her when she was in junior high school. One of the best experiences, me and her. We have a very close relationship because of the time we got to spend together in the public school systems, right? And she had to experience me as a mother and a coach. And so, but one day driving home from work, it was a bad hailstorm, a terrible hailstorm. And I tell you, it was terrible. The BMW that I was driving at the time, the windows was the windshield wasn't all the way bursted out. I thank God that we made it home before that happened. But the hailstorm was so severe that day that the back window, right, the rear view mirror was totally collapsed in. The whole car was dented up, rain and got into the leather interior. And I thought for sure that the insurance company would just total the BMW out, right? Well, they didn't. They didn't total it out. I was like, how can this be repaired? Impossible. But they did not total it out, right? It took about a year because you have to understand that there were many, right, BMWs affected that day by the hailstorm. And it was only one local Herring Gear BMW that all BMW owners had to take their vehicles to. It took over. They kept my vehicle for over a year to get it restored. What does restored mean or restoration mean? It means to return back to its original state. They had to take that car and return it back to its original state that it was originally in. So restore in the credit world means that at some point I had good credit. I was operating on good credit, right? And one late payment, for example, can drop a credit score up to 120 points. And this person had one late payment, right? And they got a score drop, right? For whatever reason, maybe they didn't get updated with the auto pay or something, spouse lost a job, a demotion or whatever. But let's say it was a late payment or it was a pop-up collection, right? You didn't even know that medical collection had hit your credit report or that non-medical collection. So restoring means that this person had a 800 or a 700, a 750, 760 credit score, and one dent or dropped them majorly by, a great amount of points that now put them in the average range or category. Repair means to get something back into working condition. Repair can be a step in restoration, right? But repair can also mean for the people that never had good credit initially in the first place. They've never operated off good credit, right? Repairing some things doesn't mean it always have to be broke or fixing, but the repair process also is inclusive of removing damage or negative items off of the credit report, right? That's repair. Now, repair can also consist of that this person has a thin credit file. They never had a 750 or 720 credit. They may be an 18-year-old, a 19-year-old. And repairing can also mean adding some things to improve upon the condition state of a credit, right? You can take a vehicle that's operating totally fine and add some things to it that increases the value of that vehicle, right? And so repairing only includes fixing what's broke or removing the negative or what's damaging, but it also includes adding positives, right? That's why I have $5,000 primary trade lines. I also teach and educate people how to add their rent. I also teach and educate people how to get added as an authorized user to boost their credit report. Now, the one thing I really don't do is let people go on Experian and add their, good paying utility bills as a repair tool, because people think that, I've added my utility bills on Experian and my credit score is now 20 points higher, but the bank still would not calculate. That's not accurate under FICO. And you get a lot of people that have credit repair testimonials. Oh, my client credit score increased 50 points, right, in 30 days. And the only thing they did was add a tool to their credit report. They didn't necessarily have to add anything negative. But the question is this the true credit score that my banks and lenders will look at in order for me to have approval on what I'm trying to get approved on? So adding Experian Boost, for example, is not what the banks and lenders will look at. So you have to be careful when people are advertising credit score points increase versus credit score reports increase, right? Meaning, are they showing you actual accounts that were deleted? And just know that there is a difference. Know the difference of language. There's a difference between deletions and removal. When I uploaded the video that I think my home-based business is getting ready to get started, so I'm about to get out, that 8 student loans were deleted, someone made the comment that, oh, but those student loans can be replaced back on there. No, deletion means deletion, permanent removal. But when you see something that says remove, because a lot of people were invested in credit sweeps, which were a temporary removal for 30 to 45 days because they had clients who want the easy way out, that were impatient. All right. And actually, those 8 student loans, it actually took me 2 months to get that deleted for that person. Right. They started in July, and yes, July and September. Actually, the 18th, the deletion letter came in. Right. But everyone's situation is different. You're right, Jesus. Everyone's score is the accumulation of your past money moves. Don't hate others. Yeah, right. Hate yourself. My Facebook said credit and cash flow conversation. This man helped me get $1,200 into my Cash App. You can inbox. I don't know who that is. I'm not really this man. We don't do Sushu or Cash App inboxing around here. I believe in legitimate legal ways. Sushu is actually illegal by the FBI to help people get credit. So I would definitely delete those statements. So yes, Curtis, there is a difference in credit repair and credit restoration. I do both.